Hola, I'm Jack the Greek and welcome back for another one of my cooking episodes. Today on the CrossRay BBQ, we're going to cook a beautiful papya. Yes, a duck. We're going to put a beautiful duck on the rotisserie and we're going to cook it. We're going to complement it with some beautiful potatoes as well, roasted potatoes and a beautiful stuffing. We're going to try something new today. Jack the Greek, never done it before, so I think we need to give it a go. The first thing we're going to do is prepare our stuffing. So I've got my frying pan on the grill with 2 burners on high because I'm warming it up on the right hand side. I'll grab a little bit of olive oil, coming close, and I'll start putting all the ingredients in. The key is to make sure that your pan is warm, and you can see that the oil is actually the pan is quite warm now. So let's start putting in some of our ingredients. Over here we have our rice, we have our onion, our mushroom, and of course some parsley. So let's see how we go. First, onion. Opas, can you hear that? There we go, look at our onion. Cooking away, and then we'll put in our mushrooms, just like that. We've also got our rice here, and our parsley, which we're going to put in a couple of minutes. And then, of course, we've got some beautiful chicken stock that I've made inside, with some beautiful bones from Betty at Preston Free Range Poultry and Game. So come back again, and let's see how it's going. So stay over the flame here, and keep an eye on this, how it's going. And you can see how we can cook on the CrossRay BBQ with a beautiful pan without damaging it at all. Beautiful, look at that. We'll give that about another 30 seconds and then we'll put in our rice. The key here is not to overcook it because it's also going to be cooking in the duck. I would allow it about an hour and a half. As you can see now, the mushroom is starting to cook through. Just before we put the rice, we're going to put some salt and pepper. So we'll grab our salt, just like that. Put it to taste, that's how much you like. Opa, like that. And of course our pepper as well. You don't need to put too many ingredients here. If you do want, you can put some thyme. You can also put some parsley. You can put whatever you really like. Chili, whatever you like. So now I'm going to put the rice, just a small bit of rice. You don't need too much. I'd probably just say that's enough. And then we'll give that a bit of a mix. Just like this. Opa. Probably needs a little bit more. There, I put the whole lot. I thought I was right. We'll put in our stock. Because what we want to do with this is, we just want to allow the rice to cook a little bit before we put it into the duck. And there we go. Opa. Careful, the pan is very hot. So you can come in close and have a look now how damp it is, the rice. You don't want to put too much stock in. You just want to put just enough so it starts cooking the rice. Because then it ends up too damp. And of course, the last thing, our parsley. Just like this. Give that a mix. And there we have it. As I said, put your salt and pepper, tasting to like. I'll keep going for a couple of minutes here, and then I'll let it cool down, and we'll come back and we'll show you how to stuff our duck and then put it on the rotisserie. Bye-bye. Our stuffing has been sitting here for about 20 minutes now, 30 minutes. And what we'll do now is we'll start preparing our beautiful duck. The first thing we'll do is we'll get our little foil, and you're going to say, Opa, what are we doing with this? Well, this is going to be my little tray where I'm going to put some potatoes in, and I'm going to cook it underneath the actual rotisserie as the duck is spinning. And if you come in close, I'll show you where that's going to sit. That's going to sit right there, just like that. So, let's prepare that. We'll grab our potatoes, just pour them in. Just a few potatoes like that. Beautiful. Opa. And then we'll grab some olive oil, of course. And we'll pour the olive oil in, just like that, just a little bit. Because the rest of it will all be covered and marinated with the juices of the duck as it's cooking. And wait till you see how that ends up. Beautiful. There we go. So we've got our beautiful potatoes. We'll just set that in there while the CrossRay is cold, and we'll get that ready. So now, our papya. This is going to be the challenge. We're going to have to marinate it. Well, there's the neck. Well, what we're going to do is quickly just put the neck in as well, and the ends of the tip of the wings on top of our potatoes. So now it's time to get our duck ready. We've obviously got our stitching and our needle over here to actually fill it up when we're ready for the stuffing. The first thing we're going to do is obviously make sure it's clean, and we're going to slice it a little bit, and I need to get a knife just along the skin, because what you want to do there, and that will help it with the crackling. That's a little trick I was taught as well. Not too deep, just a little bit, just like this as well. Beautiful. There we go. We're going to put a bit of olive oil, and that's just so the salt and pepper sticks to it. Just like this. Oh, that's beautiful. Just like that. There we go. Plenty of pepper. Don't be shy with the pepper. Crushed pepper is the best. And we're going to try to make a Greek style bakya here, duck. We're not going to put any of the honeys, any of the other marinades you'd normally put on a Peking duck, or any of the orange flavours or the syrups. We're just going to cook it very traditional Greek style. Just like this. Plenty of salt, because it will drip off as it's turned. Okay, now it's time to grab our stuffing. So we're going to get our stuffing just here, put it up here, and start putting it in. This is the tricky part. It gets a bit messy, but we're just going to hold it open like this with a spoon and just put it in like that. There we go. Okay, the next part is to stitch up the duck so we don't lose any of the stuffing. Now this is the part that's a bit new to me. I don't do this very often, so I'm going to give it a crack. So you're meant to hold it like this on the edge, pass it through, and what they say is, the first one, there's many ways of doing it, but I'm going to keep it very simple. I'm just going to do a couple of knots just here, just like this. There are other ways where you can do it without doing knots like this, but I'm still to learn. This is new for Jack the Greek, and we'll continue learning as we go. And we'll just cut that off. The rest I sort of know how to do, and what we'll do is we'll pass it through again just like this. Opa. There we go. And go all the way through. Once we prepare this now, we're going to also make a marinade. But again, we're going to keep it Greek style, and we're going to use lavi, our olive oil, lemon, and also some thyme, and also some rosemary. That's going to be our marinade. I'd say this is about a 2.5 kilo duck. It's going to take us around probably an hour and a half to cook on the CrossRay BBQ. We're going to move between keeping the hood down and up, and towards the end, I'll give you the full rundown of how we cooked it and how long it exactly took. Because I've never cooked it before on the CrossRay BBQ, so the timing is going to be a little bit interesting. But we should be there, and we should be able to get it right. Come back over the other side, just like this. Turn it in, and then create yourself a knot, just like this. And that will definitely hold for the next couple of hours. There you go. Okay, so the next part now is to just pass the rod through our duck. Make sure you do it carefully, so you come out on the other side. There we go, straight through like that. And of course the forks, just like this. Push it through. Beautiful, there we go. And of course, we need to put the other side on. So there we go. So that's how we're going to pass our duck, just like that. So we'll push it through, straight through the ribs. And we're going to tie it just like that. We're back now with the last part of tying the duck. And if you come in close, you'll see the wings are not tied back yet. And I want to bring them closer to the body. And the only way I can think of is to just do it like this. Like my viewers, we're all learning. So I've just put it on the barbecue just to make it easy for me. And all I'm going to do is just tie it here with a few knots. Okay, there we go. So we've tied that. We want to cut the string off. This is when I'm going to leave that on. And you can see I'm doing this quite safely with the burners all off. So, now, it's time, I think, to turn on the burners. Turn all burners on high. And like I normally do, for the first 10 minutes, what we're going to do is keep the lid down. Let's make sure it's on, and make sure it's turning. Oh, power. There we go. Come in close and have a look and see. There we go. Beautiful. A beautiful duck. marinated with olive oil, salt and pepper, with some beautiful potatoes, with the hood down for around 10 minutes. In that time, we're just going to clean up a little bit our bench, and we're going to show you how we're going to make our beautiful marinade. We're back now to make our beautiful marinade. You can make it any way you like. I traditionally like to keep it basic to 5 or 6 ingredients. Opa, our thyme. So grab the thyme, just break it down, just like that. Break it down off the main sticks, and there you go. There you go, straight from the backyard, a beautiful thyme there. And of course, rosemary. Just cut as much of that as you like. It all comes down to the flavors that you want to produce. And just like that, there we go. So we're going to leave that in there. Lemoni, doing in a water bottle? Exactly. When you've got plenty of lemon trees and they're full, it's time to also keep some lemons aside for when you don't have them. And what we do with Yaya's house, we go there, we grab all the lemons, and we prepare them for the off-season. And of course, our olive oil. Just like this. About 50-50 with lemon. Is what I go with. Opa, a bit more lemon, I'd say. There we go. And, of course, let's not forget our pepetti. Always try to use crushed pepper when you can. And of course, our latte. And that's about it. What we're going to do is give it that bit of a mix. We're going to leave it in there, let the thyme, let the rosemary break down into the lemon and the latte, and we're ready to marinate that. Coming close before we take a break and see how it's going. And as you can see, that 5 minutes has already given it a bit of a coat. So we're going to give it another 5 more minutes, and then we're going to give it a marinade, and then we're going to leave the hood open for another 15 minutes, and we'll watch it start cooking. Opa. Okay, it's been about 15 minutes since we've had our duck in the CrossRay BBQ, and some of you might be asking, why have I taken the grills off? Well, if you come in close, of course I've got my beautiful potatoes that I want to be marinated with my duck juices. If I put the grills back on, obviously I can't do that. But with the grills, if you do want to leave them on, you can actually cook your potatoes on the side, or you can put it on either side you like. Now, with the marinade, grab yourself a marinade like this, and just gently, be careful, it is quite hot, just apply your marinade on top just like that, and let all the juices just fall in like that to the potatoes. And there you go, and that will keep marinating. So we'll do this about every 15 minutes. We don't want to do it too often, but again, we haven't cooked one of these on the CrossRay BBQ before. Beautiful duck. So it's all trial and error. And like I said, towards the end, I will repeat what I did, how long it took, and exactly the process for you to cook it yourself at home. Opa. Opa, welcome back. You're with Jack the Greek. It's been about 45 minutes. We've been cooking our beautiful duck on the CrossRay BBQ with traditional Greek style marinade. We've never done this before, so we're giving it a go. So every 20 minutes or so, I've been just pasting it a little bit like this. And as you can see down the bottom, you can see the wingettes and the neck cooking away in the potatoes. They're going to be amazing. The flavour that they're going to have after all these juices is going to be amazing. Now, you've probably seen, I've got all 4 burners on low, and I've been running the hood down. I'm going to continue that, but what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to turn 2 of the burners off. 2 of the burners off like that, and I'm going to let it sit at about 225, 240 degrees for another 20, 30 minutes. And I think after that, we'll rest it for 10 minutes, we should be ready to plate up. Opa, you're back with Jack the Greek. Opa, come in close, let's have a look and see our beautiful duck. Look at that. Look how it's going. Beautiful, beautiful. Look at that bubbling. Look at the juices dropping into the potatoes. Opa, I think we're ready. It's been about an hour now, so we're going to take it off. Opa, here we go. Look at that. Look at our beautiful duck. First time we've cooked a beautiful duck on our CrossRay BBQ. The key thing now is to take it off the rotisserie. So we'll just take off the balancer, just like this. It's very hot, so just be careful. And what we're going to do is we're going to rest it for about 10 minutes in foil. It's important we do rest it. Maybe not 10, maybe we'll give it about 5. So let's just try to take that out. Just like this. Give it a bit of a... there we go. And on this side too, just to adjust it, just to make it a bit this loose. Oh. There we go. Ah. Just be careful, it is hot. And you don't want to burn yourself. So we'll just take it off like that. I'm leaving all the string on for now. So we'll put that back on the barbecue. Just like that. We'll turn all the burners off. Our potatoes are ready as well. And we'll just grab our foil in our container. Just like that. Hoppa. There we go. So the first thing we'll do is we'll put it just like the wing. Just like this. And there. Roll it over. Bring this on here. On our tray. On our bench. The wind has just picked up out of nowhere. So we'll put it like that. And we'll close it up with foil. We'll leave that for about 5 or 6 minutes. Just in there. While we have a look at our potatoes. That's cooled down just a little bit. And it's good to go. So our potatoes, again, as we had them in here, just be very careful with the heat. Pull them out of the CrossRay BBQ, and there you go. Opa. Look at those potatoes. So we'll just put them on the side for now, as we start preparing to plate up our beautiful papya, as they call in Greek. It's 7 minutes now, so let's see how our beautiful papya is going. Opa, that's it. It's had time to rest. There we go. Beautiful. Look at that. Opas. Our beautiful duck. There we go. So we'll just cut off the string just like that. And we'll also have to have a look at the stuffing we did as well. There we go. Look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful. There we go. So as you can see, we've taken all the string off, and there's the stuffing there. Look at that, just there, beautiful. Let's have a look and see what that tastes like. Oh, beautiful. And let's have a bit of a slice and have a look, see if it's cooked through. Just slice the breast a bit like this. Look at that. Look at that, beautiful. Nice and juicy. All the way through. Beautiful, look at that. Beautiful. Okay, so let's plate it up. We'll grab it just like this, and the wing is going to pick up again, but that's okay. We'll put that there. How you decide to plate this up is really up to you. I'm just going to grab the potatoes that we put on the side, and we're just going to put them around just like this. There we go. And I have just the neck like this. We'll put that there. And just, someone might want to nibble on these, but look at our beautiful potatoes. Look at that beautiful duck juice just in there. So we'll put our potatoes on. Okay, so here we go. We've just finished our potatoes. And as you can see, I've still got a little bit of juice here. Some of the duck juice. I'm just going to put that on top. Just like this. Opa. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful. Just there. So there we have it. We have our beautiful duck, all cooked on the CrossRay BBQ. And as I promised, I said I'd summarise it because we didn't know how we're going to start this. We did say about an hour and 15 minutes, all up cooking time. Started on high for about 15 minutes. And then make sure you put all 4 burners on low. Keep your hood down for the duration of the cooking. And it took me about an hour and 15 minutes to cook this beautiful 2 kilo duck, of course, on the rotisserie with no burners. And of course, the potatoes as well will complement a beautiful dish like this. Let's have another look. We've sliced this little bit off before, but let's just have a look now, the leg, how that just sort of falls off. Look at that. Beautiful. Just cuts straight through. Opa, and just comes off. Look at that. Beautiful. How good's that? And of course, slice a little bit more off the breast, just like this. Oh, boss. Look at that beautiful piece. And that's how you just serve your beautiful duck to your family. And as you slice your breast, just like this, you get to the stuffing here as well. And look at that. Beautiful. Thanks again for watching. I'm Jack the Greek. Opa.